welcome to Pecan Corner. I'm Tina, and today we're going to make salmon fillets with morel mushrooms and fresh asparagus. Okay, we have got my asparagus that I picked, and I've got some more that I told you it was kind of overgrown, but the top is still tender. And what Paul showed me a long time ago is just to bend the asparagus until it snaps. And you'll get it every time. Some of this is still tender too, but you can be sure of it if you bend it until it snaps. This one's really tender for a long way down. Same with this one. And these are already cut short. Now then, we're going to make a recipe that's in a little cookbook that we bought that's on cooking morels. Paul found a company, they're called Forest Glory, and those sell freeze-dried morels. Now, we can't get morels fresh here in this part of Texas. I bought morel mushroom spore and put it out and did a video on it and tried to get it established, get a colony of morels established here in the yard, and I've never found any. So as far as I can tell, it didn't take. But this company sells these dried, and all I have to do is rehydrate them. This little box of them equals 1 pound of fresh morels. And to rehydrate them, I'm just going to put them in and cover them with water. Let them sit about 20 minutes. Got some warm water here. Doesn't have to be boiling, just let it warm. And we're going to let those sit for about 20 minutes. Now, the next stage of the game is our asparagus, which I've already washed. And I'm going to cut up. Now, we've gotten where we usually grill our asparagus or roast it. However, this recipe calls for, and the recipe book, by the way, you can get it at Forest Glory website. It's their cookbook. And this recipe calls to cut the asparagus into 2 or 3 inch lengths, and then just saute them in a skillet until they're charred. So that's what I'm going to do. I think bite size is good. If you've never eaten fresh asparagus raw, when you just picked it out of the ground, it is so sweet. These are still tender too. I'll use these too. It's just, by the time it gets to the grocery store, it's not sweet anymore. But boy, when you fresh pick it, it is so sweet and tasty. It's delicious raw. Okay, now I'm going to wait to start this until our mushrooms are rehydrated, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now the morels have been soaking, so now I'm going to pull them out, and the recipe tells me to saute them in a little olive oil for about 5 minutes. Squeeze the water out of them. You can cut them into small pieces if you want to. I like leaving them pretty big pieces so that we know they're there. If you want to save the liquid, I'm not going to use it today, but if you want to save the soaking liquid, you need to let it settle and strain it off because it may have a little sand in the bottom of it. Okay. Now I'm going to simmer these for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, now these have been simmering for a few minutes, and now I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of chicken broth. Bring that back to a boil, and cook until reduced slightly. We'll give that 2 or 3 minutes. Turn it back up here. Alright, now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to turn the heat off. This is going to be our sauce once everything else is cooked. Okay, now we're going to, and you can add a little salt and pepper if you want to, but I think it's going to have plenty with the chicken broth. Had a little salt in it, and so does the butter. So I'm not going to add any more to this. See if you can see how it looks. Oops. There we go. Alright, we're going to just set that aside. Okay, there we go. I think I thought I had turned my camera back on when I hadn't. Alright, while I'm cooking this, I'm going to turn my broiler on and heat up my oven because I need to boil my salmon. I've oiled them, and then I'm going to put them under the broiler. Paul likes the skin nice and crispy. Little salt and pepper. Not going to do too much seasoning because I've made our sauce over there, and that's what we're going to use. We'll be back. Once this starts coming together, it all comes together really fast. I'm making sure the fish is done here. Yep, the fish is all nice and done. Alright, let's put this together now. Put it on the plate. Now in the recipe, it says to put the fish on top of the asparagus. We don't like to have our food on top of each other. So I'm putting the asparagus on the side because, as you know, when Harry met Sally, not everybody likes it on top. Sometimes people want it on the side. There is our, and here is our sauce. This buttery sauce will be really good with the salmon. Put a little bit over the mushrooms too. Okay, there we go. Now, Now let me get it. Let me get you a close-up of it here. And there we have it. Doesn't that look beautiful? All right, let's get it into Paul so he can give it a try. We've been waiting to try this recipe for several months until we had our good homegrown fresh asparagus to try it with. So now it's ready. And there's my plate.
This is wonderful, Gina.
He took a bite and said, "Oh man," and then he said, "That was just the veggies." So I think it turned out really great. This is one we'll have again.
Yeah.
I bought the salmon at Aldi's, and I can't remember what I paid, but it was a really good price for it, and it was 2 full pounds, each one of them already prepared into pieces and that were separately frozen and separately packaged, so you can just pull out what you need. And this is what, the 3rd or 4th meal we've had of this. Because with fish it doesn't take near the poundage that it takes with beef. So I probably won't even be able to finish this whole piece of salmon. I'll probably give half of it to Paul. But anyway, thanks a bunch for watching. We appreciate you all. Have a great evening. Bye.